Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. It's Chaos. If you're not subscribed already, before we get started, please make sure to subscribe. And now let's get into it. So for today's topic of discussion, we're going to be discussing the unit Yinlin. I know a lot of you are anticipating her release eagerly. In terms of her kit, we're going to be discussing that and breaking it down completely in this video. The role Lin fulfills in any team is basically going to be an Electro sub DPS. So if you're looking for someone to buff your Electro damage, or if you rolled a Calcharo, she's definitely going to be a unit who provides a lot of benefit to your team. She's going to do a lot for that Calcharo and make your team do a lot more damage. In terms of her bread and butter for her kit, the main focal point, it's going to be her outro skill Electro strategy. Now what it does is basically it provides an electro damage buff for your team by 20%. On top of that, it buffs your ultimate damage, which is called Resonance Liberation damage, by 25%. The effect is going to last for 14 seconds or until the character exits. So basically, if you swap out to your Calcharo and then swap to like your Rover or whoever you're using as your other DPS on the team, it'll basically cancel that out, that buff, and then you'll have to swap to Yinlin and get the outro skill to proc again. Now, if you are using Yinlin and you swap to a non-electro character, that's not a big deal. You're still getting a huge buff to your ultimate damage, which is 25%. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I can only use her with Calcharo or an electro damage unit. No, you can use her with pretty much anybody and she'll support the team really good. The electro damage is definitely more welcome than anything, so using her with Calchara will definitely benefit a lot, or any other electro unit, but in terms of her usability on her own with non-electro DPS units, she's definitely going to still have her use and be incredibly useful and fundamental for teams, as the 25% ultimate damage is going to be very useful. So you may be wondering about Yinlin's longevity and whether or not she's a good unit to pull for, as you may be worried about her getting power crept. That shouldn't be a real concern, as in Wuthering Waves we're going to be requiring 3 team rotations for the later game content. So in terms of her longevity, she's going to have a good while before she gets power crept and removed off of any rotation, especially with the buff she provides for 25% ult damage in general. So even if you're not using her with an Electro DPS like Calcharo, you'll still benefit from having her on any other team. However, for those of you who want to maximize your Yinlin's damage potential, using her with an Electro unit will provide a much larger buff, as she'll provide the 20% Electro damage bonus. If they have an Electro ult, it's going to be 25% ult damage bonus, so that ult will do 45% more damage, and the rest of their kit will be doing 20% more damage. This will be a great buff for any of your Electro DPSs and will provide good utility. Now, the good thing with a unit like Yinlin is they're very versatile in the sense that basically, yeah, she does provide a lot of support and she does a lot. So, in terms of her outro skill, like she'll provide a lot of benefit, especially to Electro units, but not harping on that too much. Like, you can even use her as a main DPS as long as your level of investment is there in terms of getting her signature weapon. The good and beautiful thing about Wuthering Waves is, in terms of building Yinlin, you can build her and use her as your main DPS, or you can use her for her outro and use her as a sub DPS, just supporting your main DPS. But it's up to you how you want to play her and your level of investment in her echoes and her build. So go ahead and build her as you want and use her as you want in your team. She'll provide a great benefit either way, and she'll look amazing while doing it. For my final thoughts on Yinlin, I do think she's a great unit, so pulling for her is never going to be a negative for your account. It's only going to be a positive, and remember, at the end of the day, it's up to you who you want to pull for whoever you want, pull for your favorite, because everyone's going to be great and everyone's going to be able to be playable for the foreseeable future with the way the teams are going to be working. So if you want Yinlin, pull for her. If you want Jian, pull for him before he's gone. You have plenty of time to pull and farm. You guys have got this, and now you can be informed for when she comes out. Hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate the support and hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.